And I'm back. This is A Middle Perch on the internet. I'm MTK on the MIC live. This one's called Flutter. And again, we were talking yesterday about how I'm making these. I'm using something called Music Maker Jam. And what we're going to do is today we're going to make a chart. Pretty cool. And also, the New Yorker came in. Wow, that's a very beautiful cover, by the way, on the New Yorker. Yeah, nice. It's called... It's by Mark Ulrichsen, U-L-R-I-K. It's called Towering Wealth. Towering Wealth. And lots going on in the world. Just to our south here, in Mexico, oh, Mexico way. We had a crazy situation happen, and we're going to talk a little bit about that today. What went down in the town of Culiacan. We're talking about that today. Yeah, it's fun. There's pianos on there. There's drum kits. There's all kinds of stuff. Let's take a look at it. So that's Flutter. Now let's open this thing up and check it out. This thing is called Music Maker Jam. All right. Now, as I said before, this app was invented, I believe, in, see, there it is right there. Music Maker Jam. That's what the icon looks like in case you want to pick one up for yourself. And this is a German company. It came out in 2013. And the way the interface looks is like it has multiple sort of lines where you can manipulate. So you go to make music. And these are packets of sound. So you can't play an instrument like you can in GarageBand, but you can sample both an instrument and your own voice if you want, and then play it into the thing, right? Like we can find, I believe, one of my tracks here. See, there's one in there already. That's something I made last time I opened this. Let's listen to it and see what it is. I don't even know what it is. Hello? Why am I not hearing anything? Oh, I turned it down. All right, this is what I made last time I turned this thing on. So you see there's various beats and basses and SFX that I'm mixing together. And I've chosen the key so you can set the key. This thing goes BBAA, BBAA, See that? So that's kind of cool. And then you can go in there and you can add things like these are packaged. It's so cool. Look at it. It could. See, it's got to react to my key selections, but they've got lyrics and a singer. Fascinating. What are you doing? I need to know. You seem so out of control. Why can't you just do what I wish you'd do and be mine? So I just recorded that, right? Now we can kill. So you can hear me in there too, right? So we kill her. Oh, but it's also recording her underneath. And this mic is not obviously picking me up in ratio. So. Wow, this is crazy. I don't remember making this, but all right, so we're going to not keep that. We're going to trash that. We're going to make a brand new track because I don't know where that came from. It's kind of cool, though. Some old crazy thing. Let's save it. Save it as something. What should we save this as? Click Clack is a good name. And then we're going to make a new one. So you create a new project. At this point, everything is neutral. All right. So there's I've added nothing. And I'm going to set the key first. It just gives you 8 bars and it's all in A, right? So I can make that 4 bars if I want, or I can make it 16 bars, or I can tweak that any way that I want. Let's, for example, leave it at 8 bars and have it start in D and then go to A. So if we did that and we pick an instrument now, you can hear what that would be like. Let's pick. Right? So there's all kinds of guitars, pianos. That's that thing we heard earlier. You can hear some of these in all the tracks I've been composing with. The Glock is nice. That's all the A, obviously. Here's the D. There's the A. There's the D. There's the A. So this is just to show you simply how you operate this thing. It's a body percussion packet. Okay, so if you look here, there's a series of packets right there, see? It's on body percussion right now. And the one next to it has something that says pop, and the one next to that something that says hip hop and house noir. So you can select a category of thing, and within it you have basses, a bunch of different kinds of basses, a bunch of different kinds of drums, right? A bunch of different kinds of FX. These are cool. vocoder filter, scratch pad, sketch tuner. Housemore has synths and pianos. Hip hop has rap lyrics. These are nice pads, basically. That's great. Okay, so in order to do that, we have to make this into fours. So that thing we just invented, right? It's cool sounding. But in order to do it properly, we have to set that one. And we got to make this in fours, not eights. So we're going to make this go down to fours. So now it's only 4 bars, right, of that. Actually, it's 2 bars. We only want it for 2 bars. So it's... Then we copy it and add the other drum that we liked in the next one, which is right here. So then what will happen is those two will do what we just did with our hands, but they'll do them, automatically, like. Oh, whoops. Should be one off, one on. Let's try it again. All right, cool. So then we can add to that some kind of melody. It's kind of cool. So that it'll be like this. Starting here. Right? Yeah, this thing gets too fun, you know? We're going to save that project under Mid Perch 11, because that's today's episode, Mid Perch, A Middle Perch. And it's episode 11. So now we have that. I'll stop doing this fiddling around right now because it's obviously very boring to anybody who might be listening and or watching this. And we can return to our regular music, which was all produced on this thing, Music Maker Jam, you know. And then you can go in here and you can buy more pack atmospheric gears and like whatever. So you could, the options once you start playing with it, are arguably infinite in terms of your ability to compose from pre-existing tonal and rhythmic settings. But it is highly limited because you can't actually play unless you do what I did there, where you break it up by bar and affect it. But it's super simple and fun, and especially if you're musical at all. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not any great genius, but I am a musical person, obviously, and so it's a lot of fun to just sit here and drop tracks. Cool. I'm glad I did that. Because last week I said I was going to do that, and I was worried because it seems like it's really boring to sit there listening to someone show you a software packet, but I've been enjoying that software packet. Now, to return to the point at hand. Is this thing? Feedback. We need a feedback loop here. That's another thing. I want a phone. I want to talk to human beings. That's what I want to do. I'm good at that. When I used to do that on call-in shows on the radio, I used to really enjoy that. I thought I was pretty confident at it, actually, if I'm honest. That's kind of cool. Okay, you know what happens though? Argentina gets screwed once again, just like in the United Nations. Did you know that about the United Nations? That Argentina is not on the flag because they refuse to ratify it. So the globe of the United Nations has the Argentina tucked down underneath it. You can't say that. Yeah, brilliant. Boy, it'd be nice to end the pettiness, wouldn't it? You know what? Maybe what we'll do is we'll just wrap up this ep because it got to be 17:20, and this will be just an ep about how to use Music Maker Jam. And I'll open up another one here in a little bit, and we'll do some of the other coverage that we were going to do. Okay? Yeah, it sounds like a better idea to me.